What is up, guys? It is Jed Wrestling here, back again with another video. This is one I've wanted to make for a while. We have 5 wrestlers I think should turn heel, and then 4 wrestlers that I think should turn face. This is going to be a very interesting video. I wanted to get my takes out there because there's quite a lot of people who should turn face. They've been teasing it. Quite a lot of people who have been teasing turning heel, at least in WWE. So we're going to start off right now with the heels. Someone who should turn heel, in my opinion, and this could be a hot take, but I'm going with Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins should definitely become a heel, especially with his feud with CM Punk. And so CM Punk's obviously this big baby face. Everybody loves him. So I think Seth Rollins as a heel again would go hard. He hasn't been a heel in a long time. So I think especially with the promos that he's been cutting, he's been getting mad at certain people. He's getting mad at Sami Zayn. So I think it's time for Seth Rollins to turn heel, especially after his loss on Raw's Netflix premiere. That would give him some fuel to turn heel, if you know what I'm saying. So Seth Rollins would definitely be on my list of people to turn heel. I like him as a face, but I just think where he is right now with the whole Punk feud and all that. I think it's bit like maybe like he could appear in the Royal Rumble, maybe eliminate CM Punk, maybe officially turn heel in the process. I don't know, but I would love to see Seth Rollins as a heel once again. We're now going to be jumping over to the baby faces, people who I think should turn face in WWE. It's going to be like a pattern for this video, like heel, face, if you know what I'm saying. So first heel who I think should turn face, I'm going with Braun Breaker. He has been terrible as Intercontinental Champion. He does not even deserve that belt. He has been a terrible Intercontinental Champion, in my opinion. Absolutely terrible. He has not been appearing whatsoever. He's been barely mentioned on the show. So I feel like after how stale this is getting, and maybe after he loses the belt, hopefully to Sheamus at WrestleMania, I feel like he should turn face. We've never really got to experience face Braun Breaker on the main roster, and face Braun Breaker when it comes to like NXT, he is an absolute beast. He is crazy, and I just think that the character and just the style and the charisma of Braun Breaker works better as a babyface. Just like his general style, like he just looks like this big Herculean superhero, and I think that really works as a babyface. He could be the next big face star for WWE, especially with all the people they have on their roster right now, all the future stars. Those are heels, a lot of them are. So Braun Breaker should definitely turn face. I think that would be a nice change of pace. Wow, that rhymed. Turning heel, we have kind of a 2-in-1 here. I decided to go with the Street Profits. It looked like a tag team was going to turn heel. Recently, it was either going to be DIY or the Street Profits. I thought it should have been the Street Profits. I enjoyed DIY's heels, but I think there's still time for the Street Profits to turn heel. They've been faces for basically their entire main roster run. They did that little partnership with Bobby Lashley, but then they just became face a little bit after that. And I think we need to freshen up the tag team division because WWE's tag team division is kind of failing these days on both brands. So I think we could use some heel Street Profits on the show, and maybe that could be their time to maybe they could branch out into singles competition a little bit. Maybe Montez Ford could finally realize his potential of becoming a single star. Because, dude, that's a video in of itself. I really wanted Montez Ford to like branch out, be his own guy, but they've kind of just erased that. And dude, he has so much potential. So definitely turn the Street Profits here. Definitely freshen things up there. As for somebody who should turn face, this is something that's been talked about for a long time, and this is another storyline that they've kind of dropped. But I went with Austin Theory. This was pretty obvious. A lot of people talk about Theory as a face, and I really like Theory. I think he could be a good single star if he could just break away from Grayson Waller. I have no idea why they just dropped that storyline. That was pretty dumb to me. Like they just completely dropped the Grayson Waller. The Austin Theory face turn storyline. And I think he could be a solid. Maybe he could be the next United States champion. Possibly if he were to turn face. because he's been a heel for a long time. Most of this is just like to freshen things up, honestly. I would love to see Theory as a new, fresh babyface. I think he has the charisma. I think a lot of the moves that he hits are very like babyface, like crowd pleasing esque moves. So Austin Theory as a babyface would rock. I think it would be really nice. Especially for like the SmackDown brand for add to their mid card roster, maybe a babyface Austin Theory. I would find that awesome. Someone who should turn heel. Not a lot of people talk about this, but Braun Strowman. Am I the only one who just doesn't like current day Braun Strowman? I like Braun Strowman just as much as the next guy, but as far as like current day Braun Strowman, I don't know. I feel like he just doesn't have that edge that he used to, and he just feels a little goofy. I don't know. Like it's kind of goofy. I don't know what it is about it, but Braun Strowman just feels really goofy these days. I'm not really a fan of it and I want him to go back to where he was like originally when he was feuding with Roman Reigns a little bit. He was performing all these feats of strength. He was causing absolute havoc. He was going for the Universal title. Never won it until 2020, unfortunately. He should have won it in like 2017 at the peak of his popularity. But Braun Strowman should absolutely turn heel. And like I said, just I don't really vibe with the Braun Strowman we're seeing now. If they were gonna keep him face, I would want him to go up against the Bloodline, but if they're not going to do that, totally turn Braun Strowman heel, make him the unstoppable force he once was. Maybe when he returned, because he got like sick and he lost 36 pounds, which I find kind of crazy. But definitely turn Braun Strowman into that crazy, unstoppable monster that he once was when he returns. Uh, this person has been getting really good crowd reactions for a long time, and I feel like it's time to turn her face. Yes, it is the current women's champion. It's Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton. This is a custom belt, by the way. Just put the front plate on a classic Raw Women's Championship that we had. But Tiffany Stratton, like I said, especially since like her main roster call up, she's been getting some crazy good reactions from the audience and I feel like the crowd is really behind her. And I think now that she's split away from Nia Jax, it doesn't really make much sense for her to stay as a heel. I think she could. I think she should go face. I think she could be a really good top baby face for the women's division. It's definitely Tiffy time to turn face, if you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna turn. We're gonna put her over there in the people who just turn face pile, sort of. Tiffany Stratton. Someone who should turn heel, you gotta give it to the Viper Randy Orton, one of the best heels of all time, and I think he does his best work when he is a bad guy. He hasn't been a heel in such a long time, dude. I can't even was it with like the Fiend storyline? Like I can't even remember the last time we saw Randy Orton as a heel. And unlike certain people, I actually love Randy Orton as a babyface and a heel equally. I think he does them both the best. So I think he's a really good babyface, especially at this stage of his career. I think he's a really good heel. But I feel like we need that unlikable, detestable Randy Orton again to go up against Cody Rhodes. And please defeat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41, please. That would be an awesome match. It's either going to be Randy or Cena at WrestleMania 41 going up against Cody Rhodes. And I feel like it's got to be Randy. I think Cena's got to go up against Gunther, and then it's got to be Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed title. As we inch closer to WrestleMania, I'll be sure to offer some more takes on some matches that I think are going to happen because it's pretty far away now. We still got a couple months, but as far as like turning heel and feuding with Cody Rhodes, definitely Randy Orton is at the top of my list there. Last person who I want to see turn face today. There's not really, there wasn't really too much to choose from, not gonna lie. But I went with Finn Balor. I think not many people talk about this, but Finn Balor in the Judgment Day, he could totally leave the Judgment Day, turn face, and that's something they've been teasing sort of recently. He's been getting mad at Dom. He's been getting mad at the rest of the Judgment Day if they would listen to Finn and the Judgment Day win, is what he's been saying recently. So maybe he's getting disgruntled. Maybe he'll go off on his own and maybe win the Intercontinental title soon. I don't know. I don't see Finn Balor ever reaching the heights that he did in 2016. and that's something I really want to see happen. But at this stage with Finn Balor, I just try not to get my hopes up because I know he's not gonna actually really do anything too eventful, unfortunately. I mean, like if you want to get behind Finn Balor, absolutely. But as far as me, I don't think he's gonna win a world title ever again, and it's a sad state of affairs for sure. But I just feel like it's come to a stage where Finn Balor's time has kind of passed, and there's a lot of new people on the roster that could possibly take that spot. So definitely, it's definitely a sad story for Finn Balor. And the number one person today that I want to see turn heel. This might be a bit of a hot take, and I don't think this heel run should last particularly long, but it's just something that I would really want to see. We've been waiting on it for upwards of 20 years. Yep, it's John Cena. Like I said, I don't think this should last for his entire retirement run. I think he should just do a short-lived heel run. Maybe like if he loses like a world title match or something, and like gets mad, gets disgruntled and all that. He wants more opportunities. He's gonna take it, he's gonna take it no matter what it takes. So John Cena turning heel would be insane. I just don't think that they should do this for his entire retirement run because I feel like that would taint it a little bit. Because John Cena, he's always been this big babyface for the majority of his career. He's always been the franchise guy for WWE. But I think like if they want to make this final run super memorable, he should go on a little short heel run just to test the waters, just to see what it was like after all these years of teases, mostly in the PG era, like 2011 to like 2013 after all these teases of John Cena turning heel, I think it's time to explore that a little bit. That has been my video for today. I hope you enjoyed. I would like to hear your takes on this, so definitely let me know somebody who you think should turn face or somebody you think should turn heel in the comments. I would love to hear it, and definitely I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Jed Wrestling out.